welcome to our class today. Today we have a short discussion here, and our area of discussion is generating tables, tables of linear equations, getting tables of linear equations. So we want to learn how to generate tables of linear equations. Then after that, we are going to see in our graph. I have my graph here, how we are supposed to plot the points and drawing straight lines. From our class, the previous class, it's not our first time to discuss about linear equations. Just a reminder or a quick review that these are equations of a straight line. They are equations. When you plot them on a graph, they will give you a straight line. So we want now to generate a table that from that table, we are going to plot the points, then see how we are able to have a number of points on our graph. So I here with me, I have a number of examples here. All these equations, equation that looks like this. For example, we have this one, the first one, uh, number 1a, which reads that y is equals to 3x minus 1. That is an example of a linear equation, an equation that when plotted will give you a straight line. We have all these actually, but I just want to pick a quick one. Uh, Now that is our first session on plotting this, I'll pick number one, number 3a, which reads y is equals to 2x minus 1. I pick another one, any of our choice. I can pick number 6a, which reads x plus y plus 1 is equals to 0. Then we see how we are able to form a straight line from these equations. So direct, I hope you have a place to write because this is a discussion. So make sure you have a place to write so that we can be able to move together and you can be able to have a place to refer. So we have this. I'll do the three examples, these ones, and we see what happens when I plot these ones in a graph. So we're going to generate tables for these three. Then I'll give some work from this exercise. So welcome to our class, and thank you for joining us. So I'll start with the first one. On the first equation is I'll have the first example, equation of a straight line. Example one, I'll pick y is equals to 3x I minus 1. So I want to have points on this from these equations of a straight line. Then when I go to my graph, I'll be able to plot that. So when I want to generate a table, I'll generate a simple table here, a table of just uh, two unknowns. Here you have your x, and here you have your y. So I pick one point here. I have like three points. So I want to have values here. I pick values depending on the graph that I have. So I want to pick any value on x. This one is x-axis. And from my graph, depending on what I have, I can pick any value all the way from negative 12 to 12 here. So I pick any value, then I'll see what will happen when I substitute that value here. But we prefer picking just a simple number. Don't pick a huge number here that will make it hard for you to plot or even to get the value of y. So I prefer just beginning with a 0 at the center, 0. So in my graph, after this 0, then I pick one number on my left, and another number on my right. So that I just play around with the values that are here. So on my left, I have -1, and here I have 1. Then I ask myself, what is the value of y when x is -1? I'll come and say that from this equation, this one is a linear equation. I'll say that y is equals to 3x I minus 1. But where there is x, instead of writing x, we have it's -1. But our x is equals to -1. So I'll come and say that y is equals to 3. Where there is x, I put -1. Then I subtract 1. So I work out this one. 3 you multiply by -1. What is your answer? 3 multiplied by -1. Positive, negative, it will give me negative. So 3 multiplied by 1 gives me 3. Then I subtract 1. So if you have -3, -1, the answer here is -4. So here you have -4. Then I come to the next number. I follow the same procedure here, that y is equals to 3x. I subtract 1. So, but we have the value of x on this here, the value of x is 0. So I'll come and say it is 0, so that we have y is equals to 3. Where there is x, I put 0, so that I subtract 1. We have y 3 you multiply by 0 is equals to 0. I minus 1. So 0 minus 1 gives me -1, like that. So here I write what? -1. Then lastly, what is the value of y when x is 1 here? So y, which is 3x minus 1, I keep on repeating this, but on this column, the value of x is 1. So I'll come and say that y is equals to 3. Where there is x, I put 1, like that. Then I subtract 1. Then we work out this example. We work out this example here. I'll come and say that 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. Then I subtract 1 here. My answer will be 3 minus 1 equals to 2. So here the value is 2. Okay. So you can pick as many points, but because it will give me a straight line, I prefer picking 3 points. So you just pick 3 points, then you see what is the value of x. So after solving that, the coordinates will come from these points. The coordinate of my graph will come from this point. So I'll have -1, -4. I am picking these values. That is the first coordinate. The second coordinate is -0, -1, and the third coordinate is 1, 2, like that. So this is what I'm going to plot on my graph, right? So that is the first example. We will do the three of them. Then we see when you go to our graph, how should our graph look like? Example 2 is the same case. Example 2 is y is equals to um, uh, 2x. I subtract 1. I generate the same table here. I have a table of x and the table of y. I have approximately 3 values. I will do the same thing. Let me just pick 3 values. This round, I can pick 3 values on the right of 0. So if I begin here with 0, I put here 1 and I put here 2. Still, this one will give me a straight line. Let me come and do the same procedure here. I want to know what is the value of y when x is 0 in this column. Y, which is 2x, I subtract 1, but the value of x here, it is 0. So I'll come and say y is equals to 2. Here you have 0, then I subtract 1. 2, you multiply by 0 gives you 0, then minus 1, the answer is -1. So here you have -1. I go to the second one. get the second value here, I'll come and say the value of y, which is equals to 2x, I subtract 1. But what is the value of x on this column? The value of x is what? 1. So I'll come and say, but x here, it is 1. Therefore, our y, which is equals to 2x minus 1, I'll put 2. Then where there is x, I substitute with 1. You have like that minus 1. That this will be 2. I subtract 1. My answer will be what? 1. So the value is 1 there. Then lastly, what is the value of y when x is 2? I want to know what is the answer here. Y is equals to um, 2x, I subtract 1. Then I have my value of x in this column equals to what? What is the value of x here? Equals to 2. So I'll come and say that y is equals to 2 into bracket 2, then minus 1. This is the same as 2 multiplied by 2, 4. I subtract 1. The answer is 3. So the value here is 3. Therefore, can you be able to get this? This column gives me the first coordinate, the second coordinate, and the third coordinate. So I'll come and say that the first coordinate is 0 minus 1, the second one is 1, 1, and the last one is 2, 3. We have it like that, right? Lastly, we have example 3. We have example 3. Example 3 reads, x, I add y plus 1 is equals to 0. Now, unlike this one, here our work has been made easier because we have y on one side. Even here you have y on one side. All the other values, we've taken them to the other side. So to make my work easier, I will try and rearrange this one the same way we have arranged this one, or this one has been arranged for me. So I want to remain with y on one side, so I'll take the rest on the other side. So the first step here, to make our work easier, let us just take everything else on the other side that we have. If I take x on the other side, if I take this one on the other side, it will become minus x. If I take this one to the other side, it will, so I'm taking it to the other side, this one will become minus 1. So the only thing that the number that I'm remaining with here, it is y is equals to 0, you minus x is just minus x, then you have minus 1. So I'll have to generate a table for this. I'll come and have the same table. I have x, I have y, and let me see what this one will give me. Uh, Here we picked, after 0, we picked the two values on my right. Let me try to pick two values on my left. If I have 0, I have negative 1, I have negative 2. Let me see. So we have x, which is equals to negative x minus 1. But in this scenario, the value of x is equals to what? 0. So if you put 0 here, y will be negative 0 minus 1. This is the same as minus what? 1. So the value here is minus 1. The second one, y is equals to minus x minus 1, but the value of x is equals to negative 1. So I'll come here and say that y is equals to negative, but where there is x, I write negative what? 1. So that you have like that. This will be the same as negative, negative will become positive. So I have positive 1. I subtract 1. The answer is what? 0. So you have there the value as 0. Then lastly, you have this value. You have the last one here. Y is equals to negative x minus 1. But the value of x in this column is minus 2. So I have minus 2. Therefore, y is equals to minus, then where there is x, I put minus 2, then I subtract 1. Then I'll have negative, negative, positive. So you have positive 2, I minus 1. So that my answer here will be what? 1. Therefore, we have it as this one. Therefore, can you be able to give me the coordinates? This was the first coordinate. This is the coordinate, first coordinate. The second one here, second coordinate. And the third one, can you be able to get that? Yes, right. So the first coordinate, I hope this is what you're getting. The first one is 0, minus 1. The second one is minus 1, 0. And the third one is minus 2. You're having 1 like that. So these are the 3 points that I want us to have a look at them and see how our graph is supposed to be formed, right? So I will go direct to the graph and try to plot the 3 points. We can try and note this point somewhere. So the first one is minus 1, minus 1, minus 4. The second one is 0, minus 1. Then you have 1, 2. Those are the first coordinates. The second one is 0, minus 1. Then you have 1, 1. You have 2, 3. I like that. Then the last one is 0, minus 1. You have minus 1, 0. Then you have minus 2, 1. So you have the first coordinate. So you have this one, the first coordinate, the second one, and then you have the third coordinate. So this is what I want us now to plot. This is what I want us to plot on our graph. Okay, so this is my graph, and you have the 2 points here. I hope you remember that this one is our x-axis and this one is our y-axis. Then I have drawn my scale here, and I have the first we have the values. I've labeled my axis. So do the same. You can pause the video, then you do the same. Draw the x-axis and the y-axis, and I have to be careful here. I have to make sure that I take care of all the coordinates. So you can see the values of x and the values of y, the range that you're having here. So you make sure that your graph can be able to accommodate that. All right. So you take your time, draw the graph. Then I want us now to plot together. Right. I hope you've drawn the x-axis and the y-axis. So I want us now to come and plot the points. I'll pick the first coordinate. I know you've copied it somewhere. So I want us to have the points, the coordinates here, and I want us to put the points here. So I will pick the first one, which is negative 1, negative 4. Negative 1, negative 4. So negative 1 on x-axis, negative 4 on y-axis. So the first point is supposed to play around this region. So I have it somewhere here. That is the first point. The second one is 0 minus 1. So 0 is here, minus 1 is supposed to be somewhere there. Then the third one is 1, 2. So you have 1, then 2. 2 is supposed to be somewhere there. So you have that. Then now I want to draw a straight line. In my straight line, I'll pick a ruler and I want to join these 3 points. So if I have that, I want to draw a straight line that is touching through the 3 points. So that, like that, you have a line that is touching through the 3 points, passing through that. So that becomes my first line. This is the line that I have drawn for the first coordinates. So if I am asked to draw this line here, this line will be something that looks like this. Is a straight line. You can see all the 3 points are falling on a straight line. If we go to the second one, if I go to the second one, I will follow the same procedure. The first coordinate is 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1. So you have it, uh, 0 minus 1, I believe is somewhere else, 0, 0 minus 1. So the same point. Then 1, 1, you have 1, you have 1. So it's supposed to be somewhere there. Then 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 3 is somewhere here. You have it like that. Again, I come and join. I hope you remember it's passing through this region. So I'll take a ruler here and my pencil, and I draw a straight line passing through the 3 points. So the straight line, my line will be something of the sort, something of the sort. So you have it like that. And you can see minus, this is the first one. I'm calling it F. Then the second one is G. So this one is, let me give it name. This one is line F, line F. Then this one is line G. This one, line G. Then we have the last one. The last one, in our case, it is the coordinates, which is 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1. So I'll come to my graph again. We have 0 minus 1, so still falling on the same point. Now, this is just a coincidence. Don't force it to be to fall on that. Don't make it the line to pass exactly through this point. No, it depends. So the first one is passing through there. The second one, negative 1, 0, negative 1, 0. So you have it like that, negative 1, 0. Then the second one is minus 2, 1, minus 2, 1. So it's passing through that. Then I pick a ruler and join the 3 points. So if I join the 3 points, my line will be something of this sort. So it's supposed to be a straight line that is passing through the 3 points. We are calling it line H, line H. So if I go back, this one becomes line H. So this one is line H. Are we together? So that is how we generate a table. This one is a table for that. So this is what you're calling the table. I've been able to generate a table for that. And having that, we have the first table, the second table, and we have the third table. So we've learned how to generate a table and also how to plot our points on our graph. I hope you understood that. So take your time, make sure that you've drawn this in a clear space so that, and also you can go back and review what I've done here so that you can be able to check, can be able to remind yourself. So from this, I'll give some work just for you to check. I'll pick some work here. Then I want you to just see whether you've understood what we have. So I'll give I'll give 5 questions, just simple ones, so that you can be able to attempt them. I'll make your work easier for this one. So let me pick this one. Number 5a, let me simplify for you number 5a so that your equation, attempt this one. So this one is let me give it as assignment. So the first one, it is y is equals to 4x y is equals to 4x minus 2. That is the first one. The second one, I want to generate for you from values. I'll pick from number 2b, so that I'll say that y is equals to negative 5x plus 7. You have that. The next one, I can pick it. Already picked from that. I can pick another one from this one. Let me pick another one from number 1a. So number 1a reads, let me generate for you there that y is equals to 2x minus 3. Then the other one, I can't generate it from, pick one that you'll have to with your mind here. Let me pick this one. This one reads 3x I add 2y is equals to 0. Then the last one is I want you to attempt this one. The last, I want you to attempt, let me pick this one so that you can attempt. Let me pick number 2. This number 2, I'll pick this one. X plus 2y is equals to 14. So these are the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So this is the assignment I'm giving. You can feel free also to attempt any other, because by practice we are able to understand better. Thank you so much. Copy that assignment and please make sure you've done them. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening. If you've not subscribed to our channel, make sure you subscribe, you like, and also feel free to give a comment on how the lesson has been, so that in case of any updates, we can be able to update you on any other area of learning. Thank you so much and have a good evening.